This is my first time talking with you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
So let's start with the first question. Who is Electrostats? Tell me about you. Tell me about yourself.
Uh, Hi, I am a 22 years old boy from Montreal. I live in Canada. My first language is French. I've learned English purely through playing online games and playing video games. Um,
Nice.
I've been playing video games since I'm like 6 years old. My older brother taught me how to like use a computer. I've never really been interested in playing on console or anything, so I've always been using a PC.
Wow.
I've always had a passion for video games. I really enjoy competitive video games, and I'm kind of a tryhard. So whenever I play a game, I'm trying to be above average. I'm trying to push myself to be as best as I can, and then that's pretty much it.
That's really nice. Your story actually sounds like mine, to be honest. And how did you got into Beat Saber?
So it's and once again, it's actually my brother's girlfriend that she was on a vacation, and my brother had a VR, and she decided to bring his VR to my place, and it was an HTC Vive. And then she was like, "I think you're really gonna like Beat Saber. It's like your type of game." Back in the days, I was playing Osu, so I had been playing Osu for like 2 years, and
Nice.
then she bought the VR, and she's like, "It's very similar to Osu, like it's a rhythm game and all." And I'm like, "Okay, I can try it." So I started playing the game, and within one day, within 4 hours, I was already past my brother's rank, and I was like, "Okay,
Wow.
I'm buying my own VR." So
Nice.
uh, it took a day. October 2019 is when I tried the game for like the first time. Early
Eh,
October, and I got a VR like a day or two after trying Beast Saber for the first time, and I've been playing since then. So October 2019 is pretty much when I got introduced to Beat Saber.
Nice. And apart from like Beat Saber, what other games do you play?
In VR, I don't play any other games. I've had like a lot of fun time on VR chat for a while, but non VR games, I play Diablo 3. So every season I'm on Diablo, finishing the ladder because competitive gamers. I also play a lot of Rocket League. Rocket League is like my second game, I guess. So
Mine
I
too,
do.
honestly.
So yeah, Rocket League and Diablo 3 are my two games to go.
And have you ever mapped something in Beat Saber?
Yes, I have a ranked map. It's called
Oh,
Water and
nice.
Steel. And I also mapped other stuff, but it was mainly because back in the days, there was not a lot of stamina map, not a lot of like actual fast, very like stamina intensive map, and
Yeah.
my fun was to like get in shape, like lose weight, and actually like get stronger physically. So my goal by mapping these songs were to get those crazy like stamina intensive map to basically get what I want.
So you are basically to me, fine, I'll do it myself.
Yeah, basically, yeah, that's what I did. But before there was not a lot of players and not a lot of like good mappers, so you kind
Yeah.
of had to do your own map if you had an idea or a song that you liked.
Yeah, it was good
Obviously, my map
times.
now is sorry.
It was good times back then.
Yeah,
And what's the funniest map that you have played so far?
the 100 squat challenge.
Actually, yeah. How did you get to play that map? Because for me it was Jesse jumps. She,
The first few times that you play the map, it's really hard, and then you get sore for a very long time.
yeah.
But after the first or the second time, you get really used to it, and then you build muscle, and then it becomes very easy.
And what's the most challenging map you have ever played?
It's a bit tough to say. I right now I can tell you what challenge map I'm working on. It's the Exits Hearts Atmosphere. I don't know. I don't remember who mapped it exactly, but it's pretty challenging. Not gonna lie, I've been trying it for a few streams and I still cannot pass it. But it's a very nice, like very challenging map. At least for me. There's other people that passed it, but personally,
Yeah.
this would be this map.
Has Beat Saber improved your health or life in any way?
Yes, a lot.
Oh,
I've always been someone that that add like a lot of stamina in sports and all that in general. So I'm someone that like can run for like 15, 16 minutes with ease. And I think this really transferred into Beat Saber in terms of like stamina, like how long I can play and all that. Uh, I think that there was a lot more. The difference was a lot bigger when I was playing on Vive because the controllers were much heavier. Now on Rift S, there's still improvement. So like physically, I feel like my arms are still like stronger than what it was before I started playing Beat Saber. But it's a lot less than what it was on Vive. Like on Vive, you could actually have like a big like kind of like weight difference. Like I could lose weight much easier, and actually have like not stronger arms, but just
I see.
like more muscle mass. I think is what I'm looking for.
Yeah, and talking about weight, have you lost weight by playing Beat Saber? And did you do any diet while doing so?
Uh, I did no diet, but I've lost about like maybe 20-25 pounds, like
No,
at
wow,
least. And if I
nice.
want to lose more, I'd have to like play with more weight and stuff. Because
Yeah,
if you always keep the same weight, it's like going to gym. Like if you don't like increase, you're gonna stall at some point.
yep. And what did it feel playing Beat Saber for the first time, dude?
It was a lot of fun. I remember my very first session. I hopped in VR at 4 p.m. And when I took off the headset, it was 8 p.m. and it was dark, and that scared me. I was like, wait, like what just happened? Like time traveling or something? Like it was bright. It was super bright when I put the headset on, and when I took it off, it was dark, and I was very confused.
Nice, dude. And how many hours do you have into Beat Saber?
As of now, I have 1,267,
Oh, wow.
and I'd say most of these hours are actually from playing. Like I didn't leave the game open for a long time. I did not like AFK hours farm. I did not like. I did replays, replay review, so which was not like actual gameplay, but I did not probably not for like more than 50, 60 hours. So
Dude, wow. And what are your thoughts on the Beat Saber community now versus the like old one?
I think right now there's a lot more young people. So people under like 16, even like 15. There's a lot younger people than it used to. I don't really mind, honestly. It's just like I guess the game managed to reach a different type of audience. Back in the days, it was like a lot less accessible. So young people, they don't really have like $1,000 to invest into a HTC
Yeah.
Vive, right? It's much harder. And it's much harder to convince your parent to get this VR headset for $1,000. But right now, because of the new like Quest 2 that's very
Yeah.
cheap and all that stuff, I think that it's a lot more accessible. So it's not really a bad thing that the community is younger. It's just a different type of audience.
Yep.
But for sure, the community has changed a lot. I think it's very nice to see how like accepting the community is. So like we see a lot of like people that suffer from anxiety and all that stuff that's being very welcome to the Beat Saber community, and that's absolutely amazing to see that.
I actually can
So
relate to that because I'm a person with anxiety. So yeah,
exactly.
Beat Saber is so nice. All the streamers and players, they are so nice, dude.
Yeah, I think this community is going like in a very nice direction right now. Even though some people might see this community like kind of in a bad way, I see it more in like a very very positive way compared to what it was before. So
Yeah, because yeah, the Beat Saber community has it bad apples and everything, but mostly it's just nice and wholesome, to be honest.
yeah, 100% agreeing.
And who do you think is the best Beat Saber player and why?
Undisputably, Sarah.
Seret, the top
I think
one right
Sarah.
now.
Yeah, I think Sarah is the best player. I'm not saying this because he win Winter Cup or because he's number one global.
Uh huh.
It's because he has very great knowledge about the game and his techniques are just like very on point right now. So in different aspects, because you can be number one global but not really have like any other skill set than just playing ranked map.
I
Like me
see.
right now, I'm basically just good at playing ranks map. I'm not very good at challenge. My accuracy is okay, but like not compared to like the accuracy player and stuff. So, but Seret has very very good accuracy. He has very good tech accuracy, and he has very good challenge like scores. You know, he can
Yeah,
play challenge map like with ease. So because of this, he's very very good at different skill set, and because of this, I think Seret is the best player in the world right now.
I see. And who do you think is the biggest Beat Saber streamer right now?
The biggest Beat Saber streamer?
Yeah,
Am I allowed to say Cube Community?
Cube
Or
community. I mean like a single streamer.
single? It's probably Bandit.
Mm,
Bandit or Whoops.
yeah, probably. I think Bandit because Whoops stream other games too.
Yeah, he's a variety streamer, but
Yeah,
when he
but
streams Beat Saber, he's peaking a lot higher than everyone.
true. And do you wish the Beat Saber community was like it was back in 2018?
No, absolutely not. I don't regret anything that we have done, anything that we have progressed. Even if we did mistakes, and even if like there's some things that are like questionable, I don't regret anything. I would never say ever to anything. I wish it was back in the days, you know.
I see.
Even if I say it, it doesn't mean like I mean it. It's kind of more like a joke. But I think that every step in the future is a good step, no matter what.
I see. What do you think about the new ranked maps versus the old ones?
Uh, I think that whenever new ranked map get released with new mechanics, people complain. People
True.
think that oh that shouldn't be rank. Like ludicrous speed as an example. But let's be honest, we've had band maps ranked in the like back in the days, even like in 2018 or 2019, like Brain Power, or you know that's just one example, and we all went over it, right? The maps are now like outdated, and I believe maybe PPV3 will actually fix maybe some like of these maps, maybe give them like more value or less value depending on the maps. So
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm a new player and wasn't like the old ranked maps like the PPV1. Everything was mostly ranked. Like everything.
everything was ranked. Yeah.
Oh my god.
So
The
you upload a map, it was going through an algorithm, and then this algorithm will give PV value to the map right away. And that was like the biggest mistake they could have ever done, because as soon as one pattern was like, as soon as people noticed that one pattern was overweight, they would spam the shit out of it.
oh my
Sorry, my
god.
language, but which is why so many PPV1 as dot spam, because it was the most overweight pattern in
I see.
2018. So dot spam was like the nodes per second. It was bumping up the nodes per second and bumping up the PP value of the map for absolutely no reason.
I see. And what's the big rank you got into with Score Saber?
True peak rank number 3,
Wow.
but
When?
actual, so that by true peak rank I mean when everybody played every single map, a ranked map, and I was like number 3.
Oh, I see.
But there was a time where there was like about 20, maybe like 15 maps, okay, that got ranked overnight and everybody was sleeping. And I was about number 8, and I decided to play every single one of them, and I got all the way up to rank number 1 for about like a couple hours.
Holy cows,
So
man.
I sniped actually number 1 for a couple hours, but obviously when people ask me what's my peak rank, I say truly number 3, but I already reached number 1 global.
Oh, wow. And do you think to be a top player you have to be like young?
No, not at all. Not
Hmm.
at all. I believe, I'm not sure how old the top 10 is, but I believe I'm the oldest player in top 10 right now.
Yeah, because I think most of the people in top 1000 are underage, to be honest.
I believe so too. Yeah. I think that being young really gives you a big advantage, like in terms of like, um, I guess like soreness, right?
Yeah,
Like how your muscle develops and stuff. Like younger people develop a lot faster, so they can build like a lot more muscle mass much faster, and also just in general, like you have a lot more energy. But I don't think this is an excuse. Like it doesn't. It's not because you're 20 or older than 20 that you just can't be better than anyone else. Just if you, it's all about how hard you're gonna work. You get what you're
yeah.
working for.
I have said this into past interviews, but I think a good example on that you can be any age and play good. It's Seria.
Yeah.
She has her age, but she's like a god to be honest in reading skills.
Yep. I mean, it's possible, but as I said, like if you really work hard, you will be like very good. You know, it's really how much effort you're gonna put into it and how serious you're gonna be about it.
Yeah, for example, the top one in my country of Panama, it only
Yes.
took him like I think 6 7 months to get into the top 500. He just
Yeah,
played every day.
I believe it's much harder now to rank up, but it took me 32 days to reach top 32 global when I
Oh,
started playing.
holy.
But I played a lot. I played my sessions were 2 days in a row, 4 hours. Then I take 1 day break. Then I play 2 days, and then I take 2 day break. Was my kind of like go to routine, if you want. And I did that
Nice.
for almost a year.
And talking about routines, would you like to say something for the new Beat players? A tip or something?
Um, I mean, I would be that would be kind of like cheap to say play more,
that's that's the
but
master tip to be honest.
yeah, but I think practice different skill set. There's a lot of skill sets in Beat Saber. Like just few example are true accuracy, tech maps, or challenge maps, or speed. Uh, Focus, like let's say for this week, say you're gonna focus on one specific skill set. I think they're all very very important, but I think that people overvalue speed over accuracy, and that's something I've noticed with a lot of people. They go play some very crazy hard map
I'm one
before
of them.
even learning how to hit the blocks like actually properly, how to hit like for
Yeah,
accuracy. So that would be my go-to tip.
that's uh, speed is not that good over accuracy because I did that when I was starting, and then the new PP system came, and
Yep.
everything depended on accuracy, and I wasn't an accuracy player, so
I feel like that was my problem too. So for a very long time, for at least a year, I really practiced on like getting faster and stuff. But recently, by recently I mean like a year ago, but I really like changed my mindset towards maps and stuff. I've learned how to like optimize my swing. I've learned how to accuracy properly and uh, like read properly also. And I think this is what really helped with pushing through the ranking.
I think
So
the most
I really
important.
wish that
Uh-huh.
sorry. I really wish that I've actually learned how to accuracy properly over learning how to like get really fast. This is one of
Yeah.
the things that I don't really regret, but I wish I knew how like it was before. I think that would have helped me a lot more.
Yeah, I think that's one of the advantage for new Beat Saber players, that they can get so much knowledge now by just asking top players, and we old players didn't have that because no one played before because the
Yeah,
game just released and stuff.
yeah, I totally agree with that.
But the most important part is to have fun. That's the most
Yes,
important mindset.
I totally agree with this. Another, I think I can I give another tip. I know
Yeah,
you only
sure.
asked like for one, but there's another one, and I think it's very important. A lot of people compare themselves with like to other people. You know, there's a lot of people that come in my chat while I stream and say I'm never gonna be as good as you, or I'm trying to beat your score and I can't. And you know, this is just like I think this is unrealistic to compare yourself to like higher ranked player and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, rather than setting yourself a specific goal, let's say, rather than saying, yo, like, I want the 95% on this map, okay? This is like, there's a limit. If you get 95, then your goal is done and it's over, right?
Yep.
But rather than setting yourself like flat goal, set yourself like an improvement goal. Let's say I'm gonna practice accuracy and I want to improve my accuracy. This is more like an abstract goal, like, okay? So if you focus on your accuracy, uh, you will like improve overall. Okay, hitting those blocks better and
True.
all, but and eventually you'll get that 95, and maybe like because you keep practicing accuracy, maybe you'll get higher than 95 naturally just by practicing the skill set rather than getting like a target goal. You know.
Yeah,
So
I agree on that.
rather so where I'm going with this is rather than saying I want to beat this guy or I want to beat this player, try beating yourself first. Try
True.
focusing on your own like skill and try to improve your own skill, and naturally you will improve towards beating or getting the goal that you had at first.
Yeah, I think it's because when you're starting, you are not really that good, so you have to focus on beating yourself, like improving yourself, rather than watching on other players, because it doesn't really matter, because maybe those players have played a lot and a lot, and yeah, you have to see yourself and
I
improve
think
yourself.
even for the top player, you can clearly see this mindset as well with Seret, where even though he's got a number one on a certain map, he's like he keeps practicing
Yeah,
his
he
accuracy,
scares
and
me, to be honest.
he keeps improving his own score. But there's nobody over him. There's nothing to beat except from himself, and he just keeps beating his own score. So that's like one example. That's a bit
But
also what happened when I did my top 10 grind. I didn't say I want to be top 10. I want to grind this. I want to do this. I literally just kept practicing until I kept beating my score, and then I just played everything. And naturally, because I kept like practicing and I kept improving, I got top 10. But it's kind of like a side thing. It's not like you know,
yeah, I
it
think
all comes
that's.
from practice.
I actually think that most of the people that got into top players stopped playing and stopped having fun because they thought that the game wasn't fun anymore. Because of that, they thought like, oh, I got top this, and what do I do now? And
Yeah,
the important
uh,
part is to have fun and improve yourself.
yeah, I totally agree with this. But at some point, there's gonna be people leaving. There's gonna be a sort of like rotation between players. There's gonna be
True.
new players. I mean, we already see it. Like right now, all the top players that are here a long time ago was like totally not the same. There's
No,
few
not at
players
all.
that I still recognize, but there's a lot of players that have fallen like on the leaderboard, and there's a lot of like new newcomer. Like for Canada, there's Arenix that's kind of like coming out of nowhere. That is like absolutely insane. He's a very very good player.
It's
So
in,
there's gonna be like a rotation, right?
now that I see the top 10 in Score Saver now, I think they all are new players.
Uh,
But Taichu, it is an
I
OG.
know the most top 10 right now, except that Doc and maybe Totpa. I knew Sarah, I knew Estrella, I knew Garsh, I know Seska. There's a lot of players that have been here for a very very long time. But if I go a bit lower, there's a lot of like new very good player. Like Arinix is the
Oh,
first example that comes from
oh
my
yeah,
mind.
yeah, yeah,
That
yeah. They all play, but I mean in the top, in the top. I mean,
yeah yeah.
they are new in the top. But yeah, there are a lot of players, new players in the top 100. It's amazing to be honest. And yeah, that was all my question. And thank you for being in my Who is Player series in YouTube. I really appreciate it, dude.
No problem, man. That was a lot of fun. Thank you.
No problem, dude. See you later, dude. Goodbye.
See you, dude. Good luck.
Well, that was fun, guys. I really want this series to be more and more because it's actually fun talking to these players, and I hope someone watching this because this is a new topic for me, and I'm not professional, and I know I stutter sometimes because my first language is not English. And I hope you guys actually like this because I know there's not much interviews on Beat Saber players, so I really hope this is something that grows and people enjoy. And well, goodbye.